The University of Minnesota and Hennepin County have had a long-term relationship as part of the Hennepin-University partnership, which is a really unique arrangement between a major research university and a major urban and suburban county. And because of that long-term relationship, it really enabled us to pursue this National Science Foundation grant in a way that enabled us to work together more quickly, and we already knew each other. We knew what each other could bring to this project.
I was excited to work with the University of Minnesota on this particular project, I think primarily because of the timing and the scope of the project itself. So the county board has been interested in redesigning our 911 system in Hennepin, and one of the components of that redesign, of course, is reimagining what the technology that holds the 911 system together could become, right? And so our partnership with the University of Minnesota just made sense, and the timing of it was perfect in terms of the alignment of the project and the alignment of the work that we were doing in Hennepin.
Well, the Stage 1 planning grant that we got with the National Science Foundation really enabled us to understand fully how the 911 system works, to do a lot of research in terms of efforts that are underway to improve it. We've looked at new technologies that are being developed as part of the 911 system. It enabled us to have widespread conversations with a diversity of people who are involved in the system, as well as those who are affected by the system. And what we found is that there are some technologies being developed that can identify where a caller is, but what is lacking is an understanding of why they're calling and what kind of response would be most appropriate. And so as a result of our finding that gap in the technology and in the knowledge, we felt that that was what our Stage 2 grant should really focus on, which is to develop an augmented intelligence aid to dispatchers that will give the 911 responders a better sense of who is calling, why they're calling, what the situation is on the ground to ensure that the appropriate personnel are there in response.
The university, in working with those two professors on this particular project, allowed the local government stakeholders to be able to expand our thinking, explore new ideas in a way that became really iterative, and allowed us to be open-minded and think of possibilities that would have otherwise been almost impossible to do.
Our development of an augmented intelligence aid is really the first step in what we see as a long-term transformation of the emergency response system in the United States. And that there are several areas that we think need work.
So I see this work augmenting the reimagining of the 911 system in a variety of ways. I think any system, especially systems that work with humans, is really complex. And we now have a lot more opportunities using technology to help augment and improve the experience of the residents that are tapping into these different systems.
So there's an app-based technology piece that we think also needs to be developed. As well, we've recognized that a lot of people don't call the 911 system. They use social media and other technologies to communicate. And so we also think there is the need to tap into all of the social media that is out there and try to understand the wide range of communication methods that people are using.
Technology can be an incredibly powerful structure or tool that allows us to really go beyond what has been developed in the past in ways that I think can help humans in times of crisis and times of stress, and just give us extraordinary advantages that we haven't, up until today, have had access to.
So it's a multi-year, multifaceted vision that we have, and we think that the augmented intelligence system is the first step toward that long-term vision.